Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, there's been a lot of news out there lately about canceled cruises and changed itineraries and things like that. Well, the story I reported on the other day where a cruise ship was about to set sail and people were told, yeah, sorry, you gotta get off the ship and everything. They were having dinner and all this other stuff. Well, my friend Emma from Emma Cruises was on that ship. And yeah, her and I are gonna get together with Tony this Friday and have a live chat. I think it's gonna be around noon my time, Eastern time, 5 p.m. in the UK. So I'll have a link on my channel for that. I just want to give that a quick plug as we're going to get forward. But in the other news, we have a man overboard situation that turned out to be not a man overboard, but still not a happy ending. We have another cruise ship that had to change its itineraries again at the last minute, just telling passengers while they're on board. And then we have Royal Caribbean came out and told us, okay, here's where our biggest ships in the world are going to be sailing in 2023 and 2024. So our first story was the Carnival Legend, where a man overboard announcement was made. It turned out not to be a man overboard situation, but it was a life and death situation, and unfortunately a passenger on board passed away. No details on the incident, what happened, is it, medical, is it, something happened on the ship? Nothing there because the family is on board as well, and they are, keeping the privacy of the family and all that quiet, obviously. So our condolences go to the family. It was not a man overboard, but it's kind of strange that it was called out as a man overboard situation. Don't hear that too often. But again, condolences to the family of the person on board the Carnival Legend who unfortunately passed away on their cruise out of Baltimore. Next, we also have the Coral Princess is setting sail around New Zealand, and it looks like a dream cruise because I'm going to New Zealand very soon next week. So excited. And one of the things I'm most looking forward to, the Coral Princess just told their passengers, yeah, we're not going there. Sorry, we're not going there. They're canceling Fiordland National Park sailing. So I'll read you the announcement that went out to the passengers. It said, Coral Princess must complete unplanned additional hull cleaning in advance of our calls to New Zealand. As a result, we must regretfully cancel our scenic cruising of Fiordland National Park on Friday, December 23rd, as well as our call to Dunedin or Port Chalmers on Saturday, December 24th. The cleaning will be performed by divers and will take place on the evening of December 22nd, and is expected to take approximately 24 hours. This will allow us to reserve the majority of our scheduled itinerary and provide you with the best cruise experience possible, except Fiordland is probably one of the highlights on that cruise. I would have preferred to miss some of the ports and go to Fiordland myself, but that's me. I like going through fjords and scenic scenery and the nature. That's me, but others may disagree and say, no, I'd rather go to a cruise port. So I can see that. But they continue and say, during the cleaning period, all of our onboard services will be available. I think that's where that line should have stopped. All our entertainment, our dining, everything's going to be going, guys. But instead, the things they pointed out were including our shops and our casino. Spend money on those days, folks. Spend more money. I don't like the adding of that because I don't think anyone's rushing to the boutiques in the middle of their cruise when a port's canceled, because that's, oh, well, at least I get extra time for shopping on board. No. So, yeah, I don't like that line being added in there. They're doing the extra cleaning and scrubbing because New Zealand and Australia have very strict environmental guidelines for cruise ships, and they don't want any evasive barnacles or anything like that that may be attached to the hull to go into areas that are protected, right? The Great Coral Barrier Reef and stuff like this, the coral reefs. They don't want any invasive animals to get in and maybe cause havoc with the environment, the ecology. So they have to do the scrubbing. It will be performed by divers, and unfortunately, Fiordland and Port Chalmers are now off the table for the Coral Princess. I know if I'm heading, that's one of the stops I'm most looking forward to is Fiordland National Park. I've been to Norway's fjords. I've been to Alaska. I can't wait to go into Fiordland. It's been 16, 17 years since I've been in the area. So I cannot wait to do that. And I know if that gets canceled for me, I would be extremely disappointed. No word on any compensation that will be going to the passengers, whether they'll be getting any onboard credits or anything along those situations. Maybe, I guess, just making sure that the boutiques and the casino are open are compensation enough, I guess. Then we also have, finally, Royal Caribbean has come out and gave us a little bit of clarity because a lot of people were wondering now that the Icon's coming out, where is everybody going to be situated, especially like the Wonder of the Seas? Well, Wonder of the Seas will be staying in Port Canaveral. It'll still sail out of Orlando, so it leaves another large ship in another port in Florida. You don't always have to go to Fort Lauderdale or Miami, and now you can go to Galveston because Galveston has the Allure, and talk of perhaps the Symphony going out of New Jersey now. So and the Oasis is out of New York. It's spreading out. It's spreading out. We're getting those large ships all over the place. They have so many large ships now. If you count the Quantum class and the Oasis class, there's a lot of large ships out there. And now you throw in the Icon. Well, the Icon will be sailing out of Miami with that brand new cruise port that Royal Caribbean has there. It's going to be an ideal location. It's going to be the largest current cruise ship in the world when it launches, and a lot of people are very excited about that. I'm booked. I'm already booked. I'll admit it. I'm booked, and I would love to see it if they're going to do a transatlantic with that coming over. The last few, they haven't been doing that with the new ships with Royal Caribbean. So I would love to jump on that. I'm going to be in Europe the week that ship is supposed to be heading over to North America. But I don't see a transatlantic able to book right now. I was looking for that as the first experience because that would have been very cool to see and get all the experience and have a lot of time on board with all the sea days in a transatlantic to be able to check out the whole ship because there's less cruise ports, right? There's less stops. You get to see more time on the ships. But I haven't seen one out there. I'll keep an eye on it. Maybe they'll announce one. I'm going to reach out to my Royal Caribbean representatives and say, hey, is there any chance this is going to happen? Is there any way to do that? If so, get me on that ship one way or another. Either way, I do have a scheduled booking on that. I have a scheduled booking for the inaugural sailing of the Sun Princess in the Mediterranean for 10 days. Looking really forward to that. So a lot of great things happening with the ships. I do know, though, right now there's been a lot of crazy cancellations and a lot of crazy missing of cruise ports right now. We just had the Ovation of the Seas have engine problems in Australia. Now we have the Coral Princess having hull problems where she had to miss some ports. And then the cruise that Emma was on, I'm sure we'll talk about that this Friday as well, that got canceled as they were on board. As they were on board. How crazy is that? Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.